In Nepal, young Gen Z citizens began raising their voices against deep-seated government corruption. They demanded transparency, accountability, and an end to leaders exploiting public resources. Instead of engaging in dialogue, the government responded by banning social media, cutting off the very tool these young people were using to speak truth to power. But this move backfired, sparking outrage and pushing the youth into the streets. Here's the question: when governments silence the voices of their citizens, do they not create the very storm they fear? As the protests escalated, the state responded with brutal force. Reports confirm that police actions led to the deaths of 19 protesters and injuries to 300. Others. These were not criminals or armed insurgents, they were young people demanding a better future. Can a government that turns its weapons against its youth still claim to represent its people? Should the pursuit of justice cost innocent lives? The breaking point came when protesters stormed the presidential palace, a symbol of power and authority in Nepal. For many, this was not just about occupying a building but about reclaiming a sense of dignity stolen by corruption and repression. The images shook the world, raising a critical question: what does it take for ordinary people to cross the line from peaceful protest to direct confrontation with the symbols of state power? In another act of defiance, Nepalese youths destroyed a house that had been gifted to the daughter of prominent politician Prachanda, a property acquired through taxpayer money. At the time, Prachanda was the leader of the opposition, yet this scandal exposed how entrenched corruption has seeped across the political spectrum. If taxpayer money meant for schools, hospitals, and development ends up funding the luxury of politicians' families, what future is left for ordinary citizens? Should the people not rise to reclaim what is rightfully theirs?
I was sore on my eyes, I was sore on my chest. I slept yesterday, but what about the rest? 19 people died. Imagine their parents, and the whole nation cried. So I'm making this video in order to send this message to international organizations such as UN, Amnesty International, news portals such as BBC, CNN, so that they will use their platform to send this message and our voices will be heard. So tag them, share these videos and make them hear our voice. This is a humble request from myself. Don't do it for me, do it for yourself. So okay, if somebody from those organizations are watching this, or people from outside Nepal are watching this, I will tell you what happened yesterday on September 8 in Nepal. Group of Gen Z protesters, most of them were basically Gen Zs. They were protesting against corruption done by the government, which was ignited by the social media ban. It was like fuel on fire. So the protest was done. It was being carried out peacefully most of the times. Then shots were fired, tear gases were thrown. I was lucky enough that I was hit by rubber bullets, but a lot of my friends were not. 19 students died. Most of them were students, school-going, college-going students. They were shot dead on their skull, on their chest, on all this part of their body with real bullets on school uniform. It's violation of international laws. And let's forget the laws. It's just basic common sense that you're not able to hit students, but they did it anyhow. And they did it to students, school-going students on uniform. And I know for sure, after uploading this video, my safety is at concern. My parents are sit scared about me, but I'm doing this nevertheless because if we don't speak, then who will? And they said 19 people died, 347 people got injured. Officially, there were more. And for them, we are just numbers. Let's not just be numbers. Let's be voices. Let's stand together. And let's send this message to every single organization that's out there. Tag them. I have some videos I personally emailed to them and people are saying me email the things that you have. I've done it already. And thank you for reminding me too. But thank yourself for standing for this cause as well. Yeah, that was my 2 words. And share this video. Do share this video. Tag those international organizations. Let them know what happened in Nepal. And let them use their platform. So at the end, I just want to say, let's not just be number. Let's be voice. Because they are afraid when we are louder than them. And they will want to suppress us. But let's stand together. Share this video. Tag them.
Today, I had to witness 2 of my neighboring houses burned. One belonged to Deepak Khadka, who is the Minister of Energy and Water Resources, and another to Sher Bahadur Deva, who is the former Prime Minister of this country. To my many friends watching from the outside, from abroad, this might look very extreme, even senseless. People may wonder, how could citizens go this far? Especially when the international media has portrayed Gen Zs protesting just because of the ban in social media. But that's not the case. For us, for Nepalese, it's not so hard to understand why it has come to this. For years, our leaders have failed us. Deepak Khadka, who is sitting in the position that people clearly want to see Kulman Kissing hold, a man who had proven his dedication, who has shown what real service to the nation looked like. Yet, politicians choose otherwise, not for the people, but for power. Similarly, Sher Bahadur Deva has led the highest office in this country many times, and yet, what has changed for ordinary Nepalese? People are still leaving their homes, their villages, even their families behind, just to find a future elsewhere. Truly, the trust between citizen and leader has been long gone because it has been broken too many times. And let's be honest, no one believes in violence. Like, I especially do not believe in violence at all. I don't think burning homes will give us the future we deserve, but I also cannot deny why people have reached this point. When peaceful protests that happened yesterday were met with bullets and like 19 innocent lives were taken in a single day, when voices have been ignored again and again, anger turns into something else. and desperation turns into fire. This violence is not born from nothing. It is born from years of frustration, disappointment, and betrayal. It's heartbreaking that we have come to this, that citizens feel the only way to be heard is through destruction. And it is even more heartbreaking that those in power still do not seem to understand why. I wish it had not come to this. I wish it would not have come to death. But if the government does not listen to its people, if it continues to treat lives as disposable, then these scenes will only repeat themselves. This is not about celebrating violence. This is about facing the reality of our nation that has been ignored for far too long. The fire that burned today is the reflection of our collective disappointment, and that disappointment which
This moment in Nepal is bigger than just one country. It reflects a generational battle where young people, often dismissed as lazy or entitled, are showing that they are ready to lead revolutions against corruption, injustice, and abuse of power. Are we witnessing the rise of a global youth awakening? And if so, how should governments across Africa and the world prepare for the voices of young people who refuse to be silenced? The story of Nepal is not just about tragedy, but about courage. It is about young men and women who decided that enough was enough, that their silence could no longer be bought or suppressed. And it leaves us with a timeless lesson: when a nation's youth rise together, no power can hold them back. Thank you for watching AfriFreedomChannel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay updated with powerful stories like this. And always remember, history is shaped by those who dare to speak, even when the world tries to silence them.